Okay guys, so here is the instructions on doing the Greek yogurt. I'm going to give you just what I do, and I make this probably not every week, but just sometimes when I am wanting protein, and you can go buy it at the store. The Fage is really a great brand, good source of protein, and yeah, but a lot of times people will say that dairy affects their stomach, and I have learned with this Greek yogurt that when you drain all the way after using the Instapot, then you don't. I think that is likely what's partly disrupting people's stomach, is that way, because it's pretty acidic. So when you drain all that off, then you just have the Greek, you just have the yogurt remaining, and yeah, and I've just found that I think that doesn't affect people's digestion with dairy quite as much, so, or not at all. So anyways, first step, I'm going to grab the milk and then pour that in, and then we'll get started. Okay, part one, let's start with the gallon jug of milk. So I use all different brands of milk. I've seriously experimented with probably every brand out there: organic, regular, the A2 milk, that just is sourced from a different type of cow. So anyways, I have found that the best yogurt is made, I don't know, it just seems like regular milk makes the best. So I'm not saying that organic won't make the best. I do organic sometimes. It just depends on where I'm at and what store I'm at. So I'm using my gallon jugs that I purchased from Costco, and then I'm just gonna take this gallon jug, here's the Instapot, pour it in, and we'll pour it all the way in. And then it's really, really simple, you guys. You just put the lid on. So you look down here at your Instapot, you find the yogurt button, very, very simple. And then you go to adjust. So there's this adjust button here, and you just push adjust. And then you have to bring the Instapot to a boil. So I will put the lid on. And you want to make sure that the lid's on. You'll hear that little sound that you just heard. And then you'll twist your knob, and that tells you now that the pot is ready to boil. So here we go. We're just gonna wait, and we're gonna let the milk boil, and there we have it. Okay, so now that the yogurt or the milk has boiled, we want to let that milk cool, because you want the temperature to get down below 110 degrees. So I've had the milk sitting here for probably about 5 or 6 hours. So now I'll open it up, and now you hear that. And then there you have it. The milk's just sitting there. And what you want to do is, I usually take like one of these digital thermometers, and I just test to see where the temp of the milk is. So I just put it there, and then we can see that it says 66 degrees. So obviously it's quite cool enough to add our yogurt starter and then begin the incubation process, so the yogurt can firm up. And so this is quite a lengthy process, actually. Sometimes it's just easier to go buy yogurt at the store, but it's also fun to make it, and it tastes way better. So anyways, there you have it. There's your temperature. So now that we have this, we are going to do the next step, which is take some of this milk and mix it with our yogurt starter. So this is my process, you guys. What I like to do is I like to put about 2 tablespoons of yogurt from another, so I'll usually buy some yogurt, or I'll use yogurt from the previous Greek yogurt I made, about 2 tablespoons worth, and set that aside. And then I will take some of the milk here. So I will take, you know, just, I measure out, you know, 1/3 of a cup, 1/2 a cup. It doesn't really matter, just some amount that you're able to mix. So what we'll do is we'll take that and then we'll mix it up. And now that I've completely mixed this up together, then I will want to take it. It doesn't have to be completely smooth, you guys. It just needs to be mixed well with some of the milk that we boiled earlier. So we mix it here and then just make sure it's well blended. That it is well blended, then we want to take that milk and yogurt concoction here and we want to pour it back into the Instapot. I'm sure that looked really appetizing. Anyways, and so we take that, it's now in there, and then I'm just gonna stir it around to make sure that, you know, all the active culture is mixed inside. So we mix this all up, and then once again, we put our lid back on. So again, lid goes on, wait for that noise, turn it, go again down here, yogurt button, yogurt. You don't want to go to boil, so you want to go to adjust. And I want to adjust, and I like to do mine for about 9 or 10 hours. So I'm just going to set this here for 10 hours. It's now going to, you know, it's now going to sleep for 10 hours. And there we have it. So I'll be back with you in 10 hours. See you soon. Okay, you guys, so it is, it's like 4 in the morning. It went to sleep for almost 10 hours, and I'm actually getting ready to head out the door. So I'm going to show you what happens now. It's been sitting here for, we open the lid now that it's been sitting here this time, and I let it usually incubate or sleep in here. That's what I call it. And for anywhere, I don't know, I've tried up to, it's all up to you. I leave it in here usually about 8, 9, 10 hours. Sometimes I've left it in here even 20 hours. It makes it more tart and tangy the longer you leave it. So it just depends on how you want it. So now you can see that this is pretty thick. It's not liquidy anymore. They're still liquid, obviously, but so here you go. I'll just show you. Now that we have the yogurt removed out of the pot, I put it here on the counter. I set up a strainer with cheesecloth. So there's just a thing of cheesecloth inside a strainer, and then I put it inside a bowl because all of this whey, there's going to be about 6, 7 cups of whey that is going to drain off of this once I pour it in here. So I will pour this all in here, and then I will put it in the fridge, and it has to set in the cheesecloth to fully drain. Depends on if you want all the liquid removed, and I want all the liquid removed. I see no purpose for having that whey in there. Yeah, the whey is pretty acidic, and I just see no reason for it, and I like my yogurt extra thick. So anyways, I'm going to do the job of pouring it in here and then putting it in the fridge. So as you can see, you guys, I poured it in. This is the remaining of that. I just leave that in there. It's sometimes I'll scoop it and put it in there, but now you can see that it looks like a pudding consistency inside here, but that's because all that liquid's still in there and it needs to drain. So now what we're going to do is I am going to open up the fridge and then place this in here and let it set for probably about 8 hours. So as you can see, the yogurt is now in the fridge and it's just going to sit there. So you can see my egg whites. You can see my LaCroix. Here you go, apple cider vinegar. And more milk for great yogurt. So anyways, so we'll just let it sit there, and then I will, when I get home later, I will show you the remaining yogurt and how it turned out. And so anyways, see you soon. So I just got home and it's probably been about 12 hours, and this is the continuation of the yogurt, making it. It's been sitting all day in here in the fridge, and now it's time to actually do something with this. So I'll just show you guys what's gonna happen. I take it over here to the counter and I remove the cheesecloth and the bowl, the strainer bowl from the bigger bowl, and this just shows you guys right now how much whey. This is what you don't want in your yogurt. That shows you the yogurt, so it's very thick. As you can see, you'll see it. See how thick it is as I pull it off the cheesecloth? It's pretty thick, just pulling it from there. And then this is how much whey is being drained off of here. So this totally can just go down the drain in the sink. You don't want this. This is acidic. I wouldn't even use this. So now you know where whey protein comes from and why I actually don't recommend it. It's a cheap protein in my mind, and that's why they make it, because it's so cheaply made and readily available, because there's lots of yogurt made, there's lots of cheese made, and then what they're using is all this whey to make all that whey protein people are buying at the store, which I don't know is the best protein for your body. Or so anyways, we'll dump that down the drain and deal with this. So what you want to do here is I'll show you here in a sec what I typically do. So what I do is I grab different containers. So I grab various containers and then I just start to put them in there, and then yeah, and then I'll just show you, hopefully not too boring, but I'll just show you with a little stevia and a little vanilla what that looks like. So everyone, there is not an exact science to this. What you want to do is I probably add per 16 ounces of yogurt, so I'm just using a jar, and what I do is I just add probably about 1/4 of a teaspoon per 16 ounces. And you can either do what I do, which is typically eyeball it. And then I just like to add a little bit of that stevia that I use. So the Better Stevia Organic. And I just add a little bit of that and put that in there. And then I just mix this as well as I can. So stick your spoon in there. And then you just want to stir that as well as you possibly can. And you guys, it's all to taste. So after you have stirred it, it's gonna be really creamy and good. So what I do is, if I do it to taste. So I like mine a little bit sweeter because I like the vanilla flavor and the stevia. So I just mix in there, and then you're ready to go. And you can just, I swear once you start making these, your friends will start wanting them. So just don't tell them you made it. Otherwise they'll just want you to make it for them all the time because it's that good. So I would say that, so as you can see, this is 1 jar and we still have this much left. So you're probably going to be able to get 3-4 jars out of this, out of one batch. And there you have it. So Greek yogurt, good for your body, lots of good protein, and it just is at night. If you want something sweet, it tastes like a yummy dessert, and you're not going off the rails and you're not ruining your diet. So there you have it, Sarah's special Greek yogurt. Anyways, have a great day, you guys. Bye.